We're here at Daystar Ministries with Pastor Sam. It's so good to be here.
Thank you. It's great to have you, man.
And we want to share with some of the viewers exactly where you're at and what's going on here at Daystar Ministries. So first, if we would tell everyone how to get here, we're actually north of Bassett Forks. Is that how you explain that?
Yes, we usually tell people that we're on 220 North and just past the Dodge Store, Food Line, McDonald's, just a mile after you pass those places in that intersection. We're on the left of 220 North on a hill.
Yeah. Set up on a hill. How about that?
Easily be spotted.
Yeah.
We have 800-foot frontage on Route 220.
And it's a beautiful facility. How long has it been built here?
We had our first service here in October of 1999.
Wow, how time flies.
It does.
And it really is a beautiful facility. It's a large facility, and when I look at it from a distance, it looks like it's a family facility.
Yes, it is. We put a lot of emphasis on family. A lot of our ministries are geared toward family ministries.
Right.
We have a fantastic children's ministry that I'm very proud of. We love kids here at Daystar. We have frequent activities for children. Recently, we sent a group of children to a summer camp at Eagle Eyrie, and they were there for several days, and we paid their tuition and transported them there with a van and brought them back home to their families.
Yeah.
And we just love kids, and they enjoy church, and we have a great team in our children's ministry made up of young people, young couples that are married and have children of their own. So they're very intimately involved with kids.
Great. I sometimes judge the church, if they love kids, by how big the playground is. Is that crazy?
Yes, we have put such emphasis on families and children's ministry that we just a couple of years ago we invested $35,000 in a playground from our church, and we invite not only our church families but families from throughout the community often come here and bring their kids and let them play and swing and slide on the sliding board and have a great time.
Yeah.
We enjoy seeing that happen.
That's a blessing. This is a beautiful facility. We're inviting folks to come here Sunday mornings at 10:30.
Yes.
This has got to be one of the warmest, friendliest churches in the community. Would you agree?
Yes, we've often had people to make comments that as soon as they come into this church and they're greeted by our people, they can feel the love of Christ just emanating from our hearts, and that's our goal, is to people to feel accepted and loved when they come into this place.
Yeah. And when they get here, you got a place for their teenagers to go, you got a place for their kids to go. It's just an all open, warm, loving feeling, right?
Yes, it is. And we strive to portray that and communicate that.
Sure.
The love of Jesus. People don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care.
Yeah, that's true.
We are a caring, loving church. We have a vital prayer ministry. I do a live stream Facebook prayer meeting.
Okay.
7 p.m. every Tuesday night.
Oh, that's good to know. So even if you don't do it, you don't have the service here, you stream it live.
Yes, we do on Tuesday evenings, which is not an ordinary church service night for people. And in that live stream prayer meeting, I don't preach, but we do share some scripture, and people are sending us requests, prayer requests, and from all over the country, southeastern United States, we have viewers that are sending in requests, and we have seen some powerful things that have happened. People's lives have been changed, addictions have been broken, people have been healed of various sicknesses from cancer to diabetes and heart disease. Some wonderful praise reports and powerful testimonies, and we rejoice greatly in that.
That is awesome. I love how they call you Pastor Sam. And you know, normally when someone calls you by your first name, they call you Pastor Sam. That means you've been around a while. Tell us how long you've been around.
Well, I've been here quite a while. In my second tenure as pastor of this church, I came first time in 1979, and I stayed 7 years, and then I was transferred out and was gone for a few years. Came back in 1995, and I've been here ever since. So altogether, I'm now in my 35th year as pastor of this congregation.
That's awesome.
Wonderful people. They got to be good people to keep me for 35 years.
I was going to say, they are some amazing people. I know a lot of them. Let's just briefly talk about how beautiful this sanctuary is. It's a beautiful place to worship. And of course, the center of the sanctuary is this beautiful picture of Christ. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, there's a great story associated with that stained glass picture of Christ. When we were building this church, we worshiped in a small building just south of here on 220 for 2 years while the church was in construction. And we were having a fundraising yard sale, and a gentleman came there. His name was Charlie Adams, and he was 92 years old at the time. And he was not a believer. He told me that up front, that he was an atheist. He did not believe in God. But we became friends. He took me out to breakfast one morning. We talked, we shared. I visited in his home, and I'd ask him to pray, and he said, "Now, Sam, you know I don't believe in that." I said, "Okay, Charlie, we'll just be friends." But sometime after that, Charlie got very sick. He had cancer, and he was bedfast, and he called for me to come to his home and to pray for him. And I went there and led him to the Lord. He gave his heart to Jesus, and he wanted to do something for the church. So he wanted to donate the stained glass portrait of Christ. At that time, in 1999, it cost $6,000, and he paid for it, and he died sometime after that. And I mentioned all of those things when I officiated at his funeral service. A great man, Charlie Adams. We loved him.
How about that? And that's a beautiful, beautiful portrait. So we encourage people to come worship with you every Sunday morning at 10:30. And again, we're right here on 220 North, just north of Bassett Forks.
Yes.
And you just set up on the hill.
Absolutely.
So it's a beautiful facility. As soon as you come to the parking lot, you'll see the beautiful drive-through. Those are the main entrance. When you come through the main entrance, we're right here in the sanctuary. And you say there are going to be people to greet you, shake your hand, love on you, no matter who you are, right?
Absolutely.
No matter what color, what size, no matter how big your family is, how little your family is, you love everybody.
All people are welcome here. When we first opened the church, there was a couple who rode up here on motorcycles, dressed in leather, walked in for their first time in church. We greeted them, we loved them. I preached and gave the invitation, and the lady came running to the altar.
Wow.
And tears streaming down her face, gave her heart to Jesus, and she said, "I didn't know it was that easy." And I said, "Ma'am, it's not hard to be a Christian.
How about that?
Just open your heart and Jesus will come in." And
That's
that's what
wonderful.
we've experienced here at Daystar.
Yeah.
And we want to continue experiencing that in loving God and loving people.